What are women too picky about here? Lori is here. She is the author of Marry Him, making the case for settling for Mr. Good Enough. Lori, look.
Okay, you know, I'm not telling anybody to settle for somebody that they're not totally in love with or physically attracted to or anything like that. The book is based on a survey where men and women were asked if they got 80% of everything they want in their ideal mate, would they be happy with that? And women said, no, that's settling. And men said, 80%, I'd be thrilled, that's a catch. And so
80% to the women you surveyed is settling?
That's settling because, the question is, what actually makes us happy in long-term romantic love? And, that's the question that I explore in the book. And I'm a journalist, so I went out and I asked neurobiologists about chemistry, and I asked behavioral economists about demographics, and I asked marital researchers, and
I stopped matchmaking. And the reason I stopped matchmaking is because I literally was I can't handle female clients.
There you have it, guys. 80% is not even good enough at this point. And this is exactly why there are so many single and bitter women. This is exactly why. All these women are fighting over the same top 10 to 20% of men. And that's not even feasible. It's just stupid.
What are women? It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple with men. Come on. What are women too picky about here?
Well, I'll tell you, men and women were asked what would be a deal breaker for going on a second date. And men named 3 things. They said she has to be cute enough. She doesn't have to look like Angelina Jolie. She just has to be cute enough. She has to be warm and kind. And she has to be interesting to talk to. Those seem like really valid criteria.
Ding, 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 ding. Pretty simple.
Right. Okay, reasonable, right? The women came back with 300 things that would rule out a guy for a second date. And we're talking about like another 2 hours and maybe a free dinner.
Look, it's like he's gotta be perfect. But you're not perfect.
And they wouldn't do it. And there were things like he wore a brown belt with black shoes. Or we were having a really good time and I thought he was cute and he was interesting, but then he did this Austin Powers impression and I just can't get that out of my mind and I can't go out with him again. Austin Powers guy could be the love of her life. If he does these impressions on the second date, okay, don't go on a third. But maybe he was just nervous. The guys who are bad first daters might be great life partners. You don't know.
Okay, let me make the other argument. You have to have a list, Lori. You have to. You just can't run around dating any Tom, Dick, or
you have to have the right things on your list. They have to be the right things. The character things, is he kind? Do we have the same life goals? Do we have the same values, the fundamentals? Do we enjoy each other? How do we communicate with each other? Somebody said to me, this woman that I was really interested in wouldn't go out with me because I didn't read the same books that she did. But she's madly in love with this guy who reads the same books, but he doesn't call her when he says he will.
Yeah, because the men that you were messing with, you weren't even the only one. They don't text you right back. They don't call you right back because they have 8 more just like you.
These women are looking for any kind of reason just to disqualify you as a man. Nowadays, you got to be over 6 feet tall, making 6-figure with a 6-pack abs for them just to give you a shot. And they don't even understand how low the percentage is of men who are actually over 6 feet tall. The percentage, it is a very low percentage. When you actually think about it, it's a very low percentage.
Do you guys understand that for a man to be over 6'2" is less than 3% of the population? And we're talking all men around the world, less than 3% of the population. Now you take out the gay guys and you take out the guys that are not black or whatever race specific that you prefer your husband to be. And you take out the men that are broke and you take out the players, the men who are just not ready and who are not ready to get married, aren't even looking for a wife, don't want that responsibility yet. Think about these numbers. Less than 3%. Less than 14% of the entire American male population is over 6 foot. Less than 14%. And that's all the married men and the men in prison. All of them, girls. So you're sitting around here like, oh, he's got to be 6 foot and he's got to look like this and he's got to make 6 figures or 7 figures. When you start at just height alone, do you hear the percentage that I just gave you on just height? Just height. And if you add in what he looks like, honey, look, you looking for the come up for real, because I don't know where he's at.
Be adventurous, must be humble, must be spontaneous, must be a planner, can't be self-centered, can't be cocky, must love dogs, can't own a dog from a breeder, can't be jealous of her dog, and can't own a cat. If you're looking for a guy with all of that,
yeah,
I don't know that he exists.
No, he's got to exist. You don't think so?
If you were to ask any of these women just a simple question, hey, I gotta bring all of that to the table. What exactly do you have to offer? What are you bringing to the table? And to be honest, guys, they wouldn't even know how to answer that question. You know why? Because they have nothing to offer. When it's all said and done, a lot of these women are going to be single for the rest of their lives. They'll never be happy. They are impossible to please. Doesn't matter who they meet in the future, they'll never be pleased, which means that they're going to die alone. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to keep this video very short. Please like, comment, subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time.